Hello.
Hello and welcome to the first edition of the Sketchicidal Podcast, if you will.
Whoa. It's kind of wacky.
It is kind of wacky. You guys thought we would actually do a video, but no, we're gonna do a podcast because it's a lot easier to record.
Yeah.
I still want to do. I do want to do the regular video again. It's just it's so hard to set up, man.
Yeah, no, it's so hard for me to edit the Sketchicidal episodes.
Yes,
it's so long. I put so much work into it.
It's so hard for Mark. That's right, Mark, to edit the video. Yeah, I don't do. Definitely not my. My fucking film degree.
Listen, Julian doesn't do anything in Sketchicidal. In fact, those aren't even his drawings. Those are also mine.
It's true. He
just talks over them. I'm like his ghost artist,
Dude, totally. Anyway, we're kidding, of course.
Yeah.
So.
No, my mom edits all the videos.
My mom edits all the videos. That'd be crazy. That'll make our job a lot easier, though.
That would be She wouldn't talk to me.
I mean, yeah. Also, if it was my mom, she would just be like, "Well, I'm glad you're doing a thing that you like." Well, she would
be concerned that you're talking to me.
I think she'd be concerned to like some of the shit that I say.
Some of the shit that I say, fucking remember the shit that I've said in Sketchicidal is really not good.
I think it's like she's not surprised if someone else says it. I think she's more surprised like because it's her son saying it.
Yeah, that time where you endorsed Adolf Hitler was really crazy, and I just was so shocked that you said that, but I respect your opinion as my friend.
Oh my fucking god. Disclaimer, I did not endorse him at all.
Alright, I think I went a bit too far.
Low-key.
Hi, I am Mark of Sketchicidal. I draw sometimes. And yeah, hi.
I'm Julian. I'm probably uploading this to my YouTube channel anyway, so you're probably familiar with me in some regard. I stream once in a while. Not so much lately, but I do stream. I draw stuff. I do some other shit too, but that's not important right now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so Mark is my boy,
I'm the boy. He owns me.
I don't own you.
It's a contract.
It's a contract. Oh my god.
We shook hands. You took my soul. You extracted it from my body, and now you own me.
Oh my god. Alright, so Mark, to get the
get the ball rolling.
To get the big fat musky balls rolling.
Oh, you're musky husky, aren't you? Ooh.
Oh my god. Anyway,
it's already horrible.
It is pretty bad. We'll keep in a lot of it though. Honestly. Anyway, so Mark, are there any TV shows or video games or books that you're reading, watching, and consuming?
I'm consuming so much paper from all the books I've eaten.
That's very healthy.
Indeed, it's very good for you. But no, I have made the long, arduous journey of watching One Piece.
Yeah. And it was funny. It was funny because the times you were talking about it, it was like you knew so much about the show, but you didn't know you never actually watched the fucking show.
Yeah, I've watched so many people like talk about it because I just find it so interesting. I like ooh, this is really cool actually. This world building is really interesting, but I just never got into it until I'm on Netflix and it's there and I'm just like, shit. I should just do it. Like I already like it, I guess. So I should just actually get watching it and
yeah.
It's really fucking good. One Piece is fantastic. I would recommend it if you have the time, but I totally get it if you don't because there's over 1,000 episodes of it.
I've seen like a good 10-20 episodes of it and I like it. It's just I don't think I can do the entire series.
Yeah, the thing is that I'm autistic and in the span of about let's say 2-3 No, I watched like the first 60 episodes in about a month at work because I could like just watch shows while I worked.
Wow.
And then I took a really long break and then I got back to it. It was after they went up Reverse Mountain and they found Naboo and Luffy punched him in the eye and stabbed him with with a big piece of wood.
Oh my god.
I am currently up to what Netflix has, and that's like episode 300 something.
Oh, Jesus.
It's fucking wacky. It's really wacky how many episodes of that goddamn show there is.
But it stays entertaining?
It's consistently fantastic.
That's good. That's always good.
And like the thing is, people always say that like, oh, One Piece gets good later on, but it starts good. Like it's just good. Like it's really great.
That's good. That's always good.
Let me look it up and like see the episode that I'm on. Episode 325.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of episode.
I mean, that's not far from what I was doing. I was reading Berserk. And believe me, I love it. It is so fucking awesome.
I've heard only good things about Berserk, aside from like the fact that it's a really hard read because of all the awful shit that happens in it.
Well, since I'm so desensitized from everything, I can I can watch it pretty. I can read it pretty easily. I'm not saying that's a good thing to be that desensitized. So, this is cool. I don't know why I'm checking Twitter right now, but I'll talk about what I saw on Twitter later. But no, it's like, so I know there is an anime for it. I haven't seen the anime yet, and I think it's on Netflix or something. Like the original '90s one. I've seen the 3D one with the horrible animation.
Oh no, I love the one where he's walking off screen and they
God.
just kind of like wiggle his model around until he's just off. They just wiggle him around a bit.
Yeah, it's like the show isn't that far off from the manga, but it's not accurate really. It's not bad. It's just I think that they needed better animators and artists, or at least more time to animate and be an artist.
The 3D one or the 2D one?
The 3D one.
Okay.
Again, I can't speak for the 2D one because I just haven't even gotten to see it yet. I think it's like 90s. So it probably has that nice 90s anime look that I like so much.
Yeah, 90s anime looks really good.
Dude, it's so good. There was this other 90s anime show that I was watching, but I forgot the name of it. I'll bring it up later because I also haven't seen that much of it either, but it's definitely worth me talking about at some point. But yeah, I really like Berserk. I literally got that big ass 3-volume set that looks like a Bible.
The Bible.
And then I read the rest online because I don't have that kind of money to buy the. I mean, I as much as I want all of the books, it's so expensive. I think it's going to be like $200-$300 for the entire thing.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I know. Especially, I mean, I got it first because I wanted to see if I like it. I was pretty sure I would have liked it anyway, but you don't. Anytime there's an investment, I always want to be careful. But yeah, it's if you're not desensitized to everything like me, it's hard to read because it's like the guy was born in a fucking swamp, and then I'm gonna try not to spoil too much, but it's like his family members weren't able to support him, or actually he didn't have any family members, and then just awful things just happened to him straight out the gate. He was treated horribly as a kid. He's continued being treated horribly as an adult. His friend betrayed him. A lot of stuff, but it's a really good read. And the art styles, oh my god, I fucking love the art styles so much.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Berserk art. It looks so good.
It's so good.
It's like some of the best shit I've seen.
Honestly.
Manga wise, it's amazing.
Yeah. It has it's kind of what I want to do, because I like to do super detailed line art heavy type things. But I think, the guy has a little bit more experience than I do, but that's okay. I have time.
I mean, he did. Yeah.
It did, yeah. I know. That sucks. Alright, I don't want to get too down, but I am so annoyed that so many really good artists that that passed away this year. Because there was the guy that did Berserk, there's the guy that did Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, yeah, he did. Didn't he, like, die trying to save some people from,
That's
like,
what
a
I
current
heard.
or something?
I heard he was saving a kid from drowning.
Yeah, he's, like, saved some people, and then he himself drowned. That's really fucking sad.
And then my personal favorite artist, Kim Jong-gi, which maybe you don't know of them, maybe you do.
I have not.
They haven't. I'll send their profile to you. But I don't think they did any manga. They're just an illustrator. But Kim Jong-ji's stuff is so insanely detailed, and somehow he was able to keep everything in perspective without even having to look at photo reference, because he's just done it so much. Here, I'll send you his Instagram.
Cool.
Yeah, but alright, the other thing that sucks is, like, they're all, like, around 60 years old and from, like, Asia.
Aww.
It's like, these guys aren't old enough to die yet. Come on. Aww. It's so annoying. And they're all so good.
60's like 15 years too young, or maybe even 20 or so years too young.
Hey, if you're a really cool person, you deserve to live up to 100. A good, like, 100. Not, like, being half disabled when you're 100. I mean, like, you can still walk around type of 100.
Oh, yo, this art's really fantastic.
I know, right?
Yeah, this is really good.
And he doesn't, like, do a sketch layer beforehand. He just goes at it.
Yeah, nah, people are able to, like, do this good. Just have done so much art. It's really impressive.
He was saying when he was in college, instead of hanging out with people, he would just draw all the time and go to coffee shops and just draw all the people around him.
Yeah.
And then if you look at any of his videos, you can just see, like, he's so confident when he's drawing. Like, it doesn't seem like he's ever hesitating in figuring out what he's doing. It just seems like he either knows what he's getting into or he's comfortable enough with improvisation that he can just start going.
Oh my god, this, like, Eiffel Tower one. Holy
shit. I know, right?
Yeah, where it's like all these people underneath the Eiffel Tower. That's amazing. Like, it's kind of a fisheye lens.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh, this is really incredible shit.
I know. And literally, that's, like, it. I've watched a bunch of videos on how he does perspective, and that's kind of why I'm more comfortable with doing perspective.
Yeah, so he did pass away.
Yeah, very recently. It was a...
Oh yeah, I see it, and yeah, that's the most recent post.
Yeah, it was like October something.
God, that's recent. Ugh.
I know, it's so...
That's horrible.
It sucks. I gotta get a book of his or something. I try to get a book of at least all the artists that I like. Again, that's expensive, but I would like to do it.
Yeah, speaking of, I guess, like, one of the artists that passed away somewhat recently, I did watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub on Netflix, and it's so fucking funny.
I know, isn't it? It's
so
goofy.
Funny.
And also that's another, I didn't realize it. I remember I watched it a little bit before he passed away. And I was like, wow, I don't understand why I missed out on this. This is, like, really good. Because I didn't grow up with it as a kid. Honestly, card games confused the fuck out of me when I was a kid.
Oh, when I was a kid, I used to think it was like, my monster has more stars than yours, so it wins.
I mean...
That's not how the rules go.
Not exactly, no. And speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh!, I actually started collecting some cards because I have a buddy that knows how to play it. And we're hoping to play with it, play it with each other.
Nice.
And I wasn't completely wrong when I thought, like, Ayo, card games are confusing. Because the base game is like understandable and easy, but then there are like a bunch of different card types.
Yeah, the shit where it's like the multi-molded looking cards where they're like yellow, they're like green and monster cards.
So
And they have like the weird little diamonds on the sides of the name or like the effect box or whatever.
So like the spell cards, I mean, I think I understand how to use them for the most part.
Well, spell cards are easy. It's the monster spell card things.
All right, that maybe
That
I
shit
don't.
breaks
I
my
don't,
brain.
maybe I don't know how to do that.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster like as someone who played Yu-Gi-Oh! In preschool, if I played Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean like, oh right, they're called pendulum monsters.
Pendulum monsters. Yeah, I don't remember going over that. The cards that really confused me were some of them with like the multiple stars on it because you can only summon them in a certain way. Like you have to have the right amount of stars before you summon it on the board. But that makes sense enough. And then there were the link cards, which I still don't think I understand how they work. But it's like you have to, like they have a little arrow on the card, and you can only summon them if a certain type of card is at the right angle with them. And believe me, I might also be getting it wrong. And then
Okay, well this is a pendulum monster.
And then another type that I didn't understand were the black and white cards. And I don't understand how you summon those. And I was like, all right, maybe I won't worry by now. But then the deck that I got had like fucking 10 of them.
Oh yeah, the synchro monsters and the X monsters?
I guess.
Synchro is the white. I remember that. I remember I got like a card pack with like these cool robot ones, and one of them was like a really cool purple robot with like a scarf, and I love that one.
Damn. It's like
but like he was like a synchro monster where you had to like, I don't remember how those worked. They were like different fusions where they were like dependent on the stars instead of like specific monsters to fuse. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's I'm sure I'll figure it out because again my buddy has played it before, except he doesn't. I asked him, it's like, oh well, how do you use the link cards? And he was like, I don't remember using these as a kid.
Oh, as a kid, yeah.
It's like I think they were a new thing that they added.
Link card.
Because this game started in 90 something, I think, because and then I think they just added new play features to it.
Oh yeah, well they just keep adding. Yeah, they just keep adding shit. Also, like, fuck the Yu-Gi-Oh monsters that are just like anime people. Like, fuck those. Those suck. Bring back the weird monster. Like, look at this fucking thing. This isn't a goddamn monster. Get the fuck out of here. This is an anime girl. Get the hell out of here with that cringe ass, like, ooh, this is my Yu-Gi-Oh card, they're an anime girl. No, give me fucking more, give me Summon Skull tier shit, alright? Get the hell out.
Alright, that one's kind of like, I get it, but no.
These ones suck. They're just I'm a cute anime girl on my Yu-Gi-Oh card.
I have some that are like anime characters, but they're like fantasy, so they look like, they're a wizard, or
it all started with Dark Magician Girl. She was the beginning of the end.
Yeah. Oh my god.
She just started she was like the beginning of the, alright, our next Yu-Gi-Oh card is going to be a cute anime woman in like a shitty outfit.
Damn, roasting on the. I kind of get it though, because it's like, like I said, this game has been out since the 90s, and you have to make an original illustration on it for every card, so you're gonna run out of ideas.
Yeah, I know.
One of the ones that I have is literally like a race car with fists.
That sounds like that one JoJo stand where it's just like the car one.
Oh yeah. Here, let me send you a picture of it.
Hit me with it. I had a really cool Yu-Gi-Oh card that was stolen at preschool one time.
Oh, what was it?
It was like the blue eye. It was like a blue eyes 3-headed dragon, and it had like Black Luster Soldier riding it. It had like Yeah, 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense. It was
Holy
fucking
shit.
rad.
Shit.
Some bastard took it.
Damn, of
I never
course.
found it again.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that sure do be a race car with fists.
Yeah, some of the, I mean, honestly, I like all the art, even if it's like an anime character.
Well, it's competent art. It's just that
Yeah.
like the aesthetic of old Yu-Gi-Oh is just so lost. Like the monsters in old Yu-Gi-Oh were kind of freaky.
Yeah, there are a fair amount of these that are freaky, but some of them are definitely like, I can't say for certain, but they look like they were done by different artists. And I'm okay with...
there's definitely different artists. There can't
Yeah.
be one dude working on all these. There's
Hey,
so
yo.
many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like,
Hey, you don't know that.
look at this. Look at Summon Skull. He's so cool. He's so freaky. He's such a
that is
monster
cool.
man.
That is cool.
And then now it's just like Carve Fist.
Carpet. Well, all right, to be fair, there were one of the older ones, I think it was one of the older ones, was just like a fucking pile of Lego bricks.
I don't think it's that old.
Let me look it up.
Lego brick.
Hold on. No, these are just Lego creations.
This is just Lego. Oh wait,
It was like bricks.
it's Blockman, I think.
Block Yu-Gi-Oh. Forgot to put the space in. There are
Yeah.
a couple of them.
Oh no, yeah. Oh my
Here.
god, he is just a Lego man. Holy shit.
He's
He's got the Knuckles Lego shoes.
All right, this one was. Oh,
I could build this guy.
You should.
Probably.
All right, so this
That'd
one.
actually be funny. He's some mixel joints.
This guy showed up in a video game in 2006. The block. This one is just block, and then there's a block dragon.
Please tell me it's just a brick.
There's block spider. There's block man. I think that's official. Yeah. Yeah, block man, and then there's block golem. So.
Oh. Do you want to know what my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monster aesthetic was?
What?
The Ancient Gear set of cards. Those ones were so cool.
Let me look that up.
This is my vibe. I vibe with it so hard, bro. Like, holy shit.
Hey, yo.
These
Yo,
things are so
this
rad.
is cool. This is... Oh, did you, what was it? You know, did you ever see one of Scott Cawthon's older games? It was called The Desolate Hope.
I've seen a little bit of his older games. I love how they look as well.
It kind of looks like that.
It makes sense that once you know those are his old games, it makes sense that why Sister Location looks so weird.
Yeah. Like that. Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
I love this
rad.
style. Yeah.
Like this, the vibes. The vibes are so cool.
Yeah. So awesome.
Ugh,
Yeah, so...
I'm gonna come.
Fair. Shit, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else, and then I kind of lost
Is it
it.
Yu-Gi-Oh related?
Maybe it was. I don't know. But, oh, yeah, I have, I mean, I know it's not so rare anymore, or at least the release that I have isn't rare, but I got, the first actual, like, deck that I bought was, it had a Blue Eyes White Dragon in it, and I was like, hey, yo, I know that!
I know that Kaiba had 3 of them, and he cut one up because he was an asshole.
Yeah, honestly. And then, the second...
Dick.
And then the second deck that I got, it was there was a Red Eyes Black Dragon in it.
Ah, hell yeah.
It's
Boy.
funny. I looked it up because I know, like, you know, the way that trading card games work is like sometimes you'll get a rare one and it'll cost more than the deck that you bought.
Yeah.
So so I paid like $30 for the deck of like 40 some cards, and then the Blue Eyes White Dragon was worth like $20.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's like, hey, yo, this pays for most of the deck. I don't want to sell it, though, because I kind of like it.
Yeah, I get that.
And then the black Red Eyes was actually, like, worth, like, 74 cents or something. It's like, bro, come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Some cards are wacky.
It is. Wacky moment.
Wacky, silly baby moments. Oh.
Did you ever play the Pokemon card game?
Not that much, no.
But it sounds like you did play it, though.
Barely. Like, maybe
Barely.
once or twice with someone.
I remember when I was like, I must have been like 13, 14, and I had a couple of friends that were playing it, and they were trying to teach me, and I swear to God, I couldn't pay attention because it was just like, oh, I just want to look at the Pikachu.
Pikachu is cool. I like Charizard. Have you seen like that Charizard card that's like $1 bajillion?
I feel like I've seen it.
That shit's crazy that like a piece of cardboard can cost so much.
Yeah. It is ridiculous.
It sells for like $300,000.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
It's a little silly.
It's, I mean, in some way, I kind of think it's cool, where it's like, oh, you're blessed with an uncommon thing made by a manufacturer that makes millions and millions of things a minute.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it just gets so ridiculous. Charizard is 5'7".
You're almost as tall as Charizard is.
Charizard is 5'7" and weighs 200 pounds.
Did you not? Yeah, okay, that's like, that's bullshit, dude. When I was younger, I was like, I want to ride a Charizard. And I was like 10, and I was already as tall as fucking Charizard was.
Oh my God. I mean, you could have rode him. You just wouldn't have had a good time.
He just would have, he wouldn't be able to fly. I'd be too big.
Yeah, just I'm 6'2". Just walk around and...
I'm 6'2", and he would fucking not be able to fly with me riding him. It's so stupid.
That's so funny. And then Ash is just
silly.
Ash is just perpetually 13 years old, so it doesn't matter.
Ash is like 9 now or some shit.
9. Oh,
How old is he?
Did I tell you I met the voice actress for Ash?
Oh, that's cool.
She's so nice. Oh, and she's also like 6 foot something.
Yeah, Ash is like 10.
Yeah. I'm forgetting her name, the voice actress, but I wish I got a picture with her because I saw her at a convention, and there were like a bunch of nerdy kids asking her to say shit in Ash's voice.
Say you're my best friend, please.
Just edits it into a flash animation of him next to Ash. Oh my God. But yeah, they're just like, they're hogging all her attention. And I just asked her like 2 things, and it was like, oh, how do you like your line of work? And what's it like getting into this field? Probably the same type of thing that she hears all day, but
yeah,
she was super nice, man. I wanted to give her a hug right there.
Aw,
for real, for fucking real. And then I looked up like what things she voiced specifically, because I saw the banner, but I couldn't like put together like, oh, did she just only voice Ash in some episodes or whatever. And I looked at it, and she virtually asked voice act Ash for like 90% of Ashes.
That's pretty cool that she's like to be like the main voice for like one of the most iconic characters ever.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because I didn't know she was going to be there even, and I just walked by her, and I was like, huh, that looks suspicious. Then I look closer, and it's like, holy shit!
It's Ash Ketchup.
Ash Ketchup.
Speaking of anime dubs, I was so disappointed watching the One Piece dub. Not because it was bad. The One Piece dub on Netflix is fucking amazing. Like, I'd say it's better than the sub. Like, the characters' voices are so much better in the dub. It's insane.
Damn. They from what I remember, it's kind of goofy, and I like it.
Yeah, no, but not the 4Kids one. We don't talk about that one.
The 4Kids. Okay. I don't know.
That's not what I mean. I'm talking about the one on Netflix.
Okay.
But I'm so sad because there's this clip going around of Zoro, the green-haired guy, talking to Luffy, and he's like, "Hey, Luffy, how you doing, buddy?" And he kind of says it with he says it kind of weird, but that's not the main point. Luffy jumps up into the sky and says, "Cannon!" And just like gonna attack Zoro, and Zoro just screams Luffy in the most distressed voice. Luffy!
That's so funny.
Cannon! Luffy! It's so good! And I was so sad that wasn't like in the version of the dub I was watching. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, sometimes I know, like, sometimes the 90s dubs of animes are kind of, like, rough. But then sometimes they say, like, the funniest shit unintentionally.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like that a lot. Yu-Gi-Oh! Had so much funny shit in it.
Yeah. That was also the thing, because, I mean, how do you take One Piece seriously? Like, seriously, seriously, how do you take it seriously?
No, it's good. Listen, I can, 'cause I'm awesome. But.
I'm not saying that you should like it less. I'm saying that, you know, when you see this goofy guy with stretchy ass arms and a sun hat, it's like, you know, it's a good show still. It's just kind of like goofy still.
Oh no, One Piece is incredibly silly, but I think that lends to the sincerity of it. So when shit does get serious, it also feels incredibly sincere. Yeah, and can you put this clip into the podcast just so like everyone can hear it if they haven't already? I'm sending it to you now. It's so fucking funny.
I'll see if I can edit it in.
B, it's good to see you, buddy.
Luffy!
Oh my god. The voice actor was just like actually getting attacked by
The voice actor for Luffy attacks the voice actor for Zoro in the booth, in the recording booth.
Luffy pulls out a gun in the recording booth.
Luffy!
Oh my god. That's so good.
Oh, it's so fucking funny. Please put that in.
I will.
Yeah, no, but I'm so sad that isn't the version I was watching. It makes me so depressed.
Yeah.
That's like almost like 100 or so episodes in, or like 70 or so.
Damn.
No, was it before or after Reverse Mountain?
I don't know.
Cause this is before they met. This is after Reverse Mountain because Vivi wasn't there when they went over Reverse Mountain, so it was after. It was probably like very early on after they met Laboon. Oh gosh, like all the arcs are good, but it is hard to remember what came first sometimes.
Cool. I barely know what you're talking about. If I'm being honest.
It's okay. I'm just talking out loud.
It's like, and then Jimboree sucked the fruit and gave him piss powers.
Yeah, the piss fruit.
The piss fruit.
One Piece fruit names always have like thing fruit.
I know.
Like they just I
like remember the that at least.
Fruit.
Yeah.
The worst fruit power so far is the munch fruit, where you just eat anything and you can make it into other things.
So it's like, oh, let me just eat this candy bar and then like chew it and then make $1 bill out of it or something.
I don't know. It's fucking weird. He eats like 2 of his subordinates and then fuses them into one subordinate.
Oh my god.
And he tries to vor 2 members of the crew, I think. and then like he's so he's a really fat guy and he's like trying to chase one of the other members of the crew down and he like eats himself and then spits himself back out and he's like thin somehow.
Okay.
It's such a fucking weird ass power. It's so weird. It's such a fucking wacky power. It sucks. I hate it. And the character who uses it also sucks.
It's really funny. Oh my god.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, alright, I think that's enough One Piece, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's interested. It's very good. I recommend it a lot.
One thing I was gonna say with, this is more like anime as a whole. And, anime seems like it's always been good at, like, going from extremely goofy to extremely serious.
Yeah, One Piece I think is pretty good with tone as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I can say that for sure when I was watching One Piece. But even when I think of like, I mean, I know people don't say that Avatar is anime, but it is. So shut up. But Avatar was really good at that too.
Yeah, Avatar had really good. Avatar was just so good. Avatar was like.
It was amazing.
It's genuinely fantastic. Like,
and I've watched the entire thing 4 times, separate times in my life, and I loved it more every time.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it more as an adult since, like, the
Same.
themes of the show, or like
Same.
the show is like the main character is like the last surviving member of not a species. Why the fuck was I gonna say species? He's like the last surviving member of people who they were literally genocided. Like that's like a major theme in the show, and it's like as a kid, it's like, oh, that's so sad. But then I was like, shit,
man.
and then you like start noticing all like the parallels with the Fire Nation and like Imperial Japan.
Yeah,
and, like all this shit. It's like it's so well done. It's so good, and then like
so good.
That show's so good.
And it's like that was my favorite show when I was a kid. And then I watched it when I was a little older, and I was like, this is still my favorite show. And then I watched it like 5 years ago, and it was still my favorite show. And then I watched it like
when it came out on Netflix.
Earlier this year. Yeah, when it came out on Netflix. Yeah. And then it was still my favorite show, but I liked it more and more every time. It's like the other thing I like, and not even just for the show, but any show or any type of media, is when you have like a very like fantastic world that isn't realistic, but then it like you have people in it that are very believable.
Yeah. One Piece does do that to a degree. Like the writing is very good for the characters.
Yeah, I think so too. But like
there's a lot of weird characters though.
It's but it's like if you think of Aang, I mean he's like a 12-year-old kid and 11?
He's 111 years, something around there. He's a kid. He's a
kid. He's young adult sort of kid. And it's like, you know, a lot of what he wants to do is like have a lot of fun. And, you know, that's what I wanted to do when I was that old. And it's just like, even though he has these mythical powers and there are these dragons and shit, it's like he still deals with them in a believable way that someone his age would.
Yeah, and oh god, dude, the scene where he's training with the monk in like one of the air temples, and it's like the scene about loss. Oh, that shit makes me cry every time.
Oh damn!
I legit, that scene fucking gets me. Oh god, Avatar's so good.
It is.
I can't believe that like okay, I've seen people talk about like, oh, what's the best Nickelodeon show, and it's just like, do you even have to like debate that? Is there a debate? It's just Avatar.
It's Avatar, and
it probably will be Avatar for the rest of Nickelodeon's existence.
Honestly, I mean, I would debate like again, I'm not going to compare the two because I think they're two completely different things, but like season 1 of SpongeBob, really good.
Oh yeah, no, early SpongeBob was fucking great.
Really
I need to
good.
rewatch some of those.
I should too.
It's unfortunate that my most distinct memory of SpongeBob is House Fancy. Oh,
I remember that one. That one was weird.
The house one.
That was weird.
That episode, I now refuse to move furniture without shoes on because of that episode. Like that legit fucking that episode traumatized me. That scared the shit out of me. It was horrifying.
It's also like so weird how that got on air.
And that was like the season premiere of season 6. That's how you start off the show, is with Squidward getting his fucking toenail ripped off by a couch. Like it's just like
It's so weird how that got on air.
I don't want to think about it. Ugh. Do you remember in that episode, Patrick also shits a toilet to life and then it dies? That also happens.
Oh my god, I think I remember that now. Oh my fucking god.
He's like, I'm going to use the bathroom, and then he shits, and then he leaves. Like, you might want to not go in there for a week, and the toilet crawls out, and he's like, killed me, and then he dies in Squidward's arms. Like, what the fuck?
That's
what
like
the fuck?
It's like something out of fucking Newgrounds animation.
It's so bad. It's so awful. What the fuck were they thinking?
I wonder if that was when Psychic Pebbles was doing the.
No, that was way too early for Psychic Pebbles.
Really?
That was like 2007 or 8 when House Fancy was a thing.
Oh
like
my
when it
god.
came out.
Oh my
it was really early. Psychic Pebbles was like a lot later on, I think.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I mean, he did like. Well, the thing is, I don't think if he storyboarded SpongeBob, the episodes would be that bad, because like he made fucking the guy along with someone else made one of the best comedy shows to come out recently, which is like Smiling Friends.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So fucking funny. Did you see one of the episodes? I don't know if it's the most recent episode, but it was an episode that came out, and it was like the characters went to Brazil on vacation.
I didn't see it, but I saw clips and it looks so funny.
It's so funny because it's these stupid, colorful cartoon characters having a real argument about like flights and shit, and it's like the most realistic thing I've ever fucking watched. Character like the dialogue in Smiling Friends is like the most organic thing.
I know, that's the great. It's like
they have like they're having like a real ass argument about like their flight and like booking the hotel, and then they call their boss to be like, "Hey, Mr. Boss, do you know anyone who could take us in?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're here at Mardi Gras. We can't get a hotel." And Mr. Boss is like, yeah, no, you guys chose the worst time to go. And it's just like, that's like something that someone would say when they're trying to like figure. That's like it's like such a real fucking talk. It's insane.
Yeah, that's another show that's so good.
I need to watch. I've watched all the episodes. I just need to like.
Yeah.
If they do have new episodes out aside from that one, I just need to watch them if they do exist.
Fair. I think I will watch whatever was on Adult Swim, so I think there's some other ones that I haven't gotten to see yet. Besides the Brazil one. But oh my god, I watched it like 3 times. I watched the whole of them like 3 times.
God, it's so fucking weird.
I think I remember it's like I was watching it and then I paused it because my mom was gonna ask me a question or something. She just looked at the screen and she was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Where did you pause it at?
It was either like 3D Squelchington or
oh god, no.
or it was just like the 2 characters just sitting there and it's just like, why do they look like that?
Oh my god.
That's also, I have to say, that's another thing that I missed about like adult cartoon shows where it's like they just made the characters like look like whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
Because if you look at like this Family Guy, it's like, they just look like people. And I get that's kind of what they're going for. But it's like, in Smiling Friends, they look like whatever. Ren and Stimpy, they just kind of look like malformed rodents.
I've never watched it, but I know the creator is like a pedo racist crazy. Yeah,
he's
guy.
Not cool. He's not cool, but you should watch the show if you can like do it without supporting him. It's really funny. It's really fucking funny.
It's ironic that I was watching One Piece. Piracy joke.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I understand being against, being a creator against piracy, but it's like I forget the specifics of that, what was wrong with that thing going on.
Speaking of something similar to that shit, like HBO fucking up like dozens of shows.
Yeah, I don't
like just removing them from the service to cut taxes and they lost more money.
It's like there's a reason why you have a marketing team because they know what they're doing. And then if your marketing team, I'm assuming that the marketing team made that decision. It's like they should be fired.
I think it was the new CEO of like Warner Bros. Or like HBO Plus or some shit. Like whatever weird things going on. They had like a CEO shakeup. I've also heard that there's a possibility that like he's one of those people who tries to ruin a company so it can be bought out by another company. Oh.
Why would you... Okay.
The thing is, they're getting paid by the other company to fuck it up.
Well, no. I mean, I get the logic of that. I get the logic of that, and I know that this does happen. But it's just like... If they knew that person was gonna do something like that, or there was a suspicion of that happening, it's like maybe don't hire him.
Well, he's the CEO, so I don't.
All right, I don't know what it's like to be a CEO, guys. Okay, I just assume that you go into your glass mansion and sit in a hot tub with a whole bunch of porn stars,
and then Nicholas Withers comes in to review your home for an episode of House Fancy.
Oh my fucking god.
His name is Nicholas Withers. He's so weird. He's got like smile lines. And he's like a fish guy, but he just looks like a human man.
I kind of remember him. Damn. But no, the thing I never understood was like, if you still have the rights for the show, just put it up on your streaming service.
But Julian, taxes. If you have more show, you pay more tax, I think. Something like that.
God. Oh my god, it's almost as if they're gonna pay $2 in taxes more. Oh, you poor big company. Oh, you poor
Oh no,
baby.
the CEO won't be able to buy his 7th yacht this month.
Oh, the poor baby won't be able to have his 7th yacht as a tax write-off. Oh my god.
We have to cut costs and pay people less and get rid of all of our stuff. I need my 18th gilded doorknob for the week.
Viewers, in case you didn't know, we hate big companies, even though we get a lot of the stuff that they make.
I'm a socialist.
Believe me, I don't like Amazon. I
worked there. It's evil.
I know. I don't like Amazon. I don't like a lot of big companies. I'm starting to not like Nintendo that much, even though they've made some really good games that I like a lot.
Yeah,
as a company,
hate the company, appreciate the artist. I go by that logic.
Honestly, and that's what everyone should do. Hate the company, appreciate the artists.
Yeah, like the coder, like the people making the stuff, like the coders and the artists, and those people are fucking chads. They make amazing shit, but like
for real.
The CEOs will do everything in their power to like fuck over not only their products but the consumer's ability to get those products in a way that's good. Oh! This leads perfectly into a game I'm playing.
What's that?
Topic switch.
Okay.
I have a history I need to say.
Okay.
Back in the day, I purchased a ye old video game called Overwatch. And for a while, I quite enjoyed it. I quite loved it. I have over, 600 hours in it.
It was a good game.
Yes, and then, over time, events stopped having new content, and the game stagnated. And then, shit got worse, and then they started adding in more heroes with stun or CC abilities, so there would be some chunks in a game where you might as well just look at your phone for 9 seconds as you're in a CC stun, combo where Brigitte hits you and then McCree hits you and then Roadhog hooks you and then Doomfist punches you and then uppercuts you into the sky and then you get in a Junkrat trap and then you it's all this shit, all these shits stuns and you get slept by on it. It's awful, and it just became horrible to play and eventually, and not only that, for me, I love a good story. That's what draws me into a game. That's the reason I'm so invested in Destiny 2 right now, is because after Beyond Light, they actually got good at writing instead of being dog shit at writing, everything before Beyond Light.
Yeah.
And Overwatch doesn't have a story. It has things that happen, but nothing is connected. There's no connective tissue between the events that occur.
Yeah.
And even the story-specific event, the event called Archives, which was specifically about stories, stopped getting new content.
Oh my god.
There were no more story missions for Archives. So it's what the fuck am I even playing this for?
Yeah.
And then... I'm not done, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, go on.
It continues.
I don't want to cut you off.
After a while, I quit the game. I was done. I relapsed once because Sigma came out and I thought he was really cool.
Once?
And then I remembered...
You relapsed once?
Okay, I relapsed a couple times.
5 times. It was the relationship with you and that was with an abusive girlfriend. I swear,
it was incredibly...
No, I just, maybe she changed a little bit. Maybe she's open to, not beating me over the head with a knife.
I went back to Overwatch a couple times, okay? And one time I came back because of Sigma, because I thought he was really cool, and then nothing happened, and I remembered that, this is Overwatch, he's never gonna get anything outside of his setup. And eventually I quit. I was done. And then... they announced Overwatch 2, which made me fucking laugh my ass off, because I'm this is gonna suck.
And then any reasonable person that had that experience with Overwatch would probably not buy it.
Yeah, well, it's free.
But mentally, I feel like I would be giving them $80 to own it. It has the same energy. It's it's I don't want to give you $80, but
Listen, it gets worse though. It's like free to play, but it's one of the worst free to play experiences I've ever seen.
Oh my god! All right, that
No,
makes
so I'm like I'm making fun of it because it's not because it's like, oh, this is so embarrassing. It's just gonna be the same game again. And then they said that it wasn't gonna release with the PvE stuff, which is what everyone was excited about. And then they said it was gonna be free to play with a battle pass, and like all this shit kept coming out. And not to mention the fact that Blizzard is just like a conglomerate of sexual harassers and just the worst people on the planet.
True.
Even McCree, like the character McCree was named after one of the people who like sexually harassed women, and so they had to change his name. Like they're like the people who make this game are horrible. They're awful, disgusting pieces of shit who don't deserve like to be spat on.
Damn.
Your spit is too good for them. Regardless, I watched a critical video. The funny yeah baby man. He said it was actually fun. And
okay.
I got it.
Uh-huh.
And it's definitely more fun than Overwatch 1. A lot of the stun abilities have been removed and altered so they don't stun anymore.
Okay.
On top of that, games went from 6v6 to 5v5, and there's only one tank, and the tank is like super strong, which I think is a good change, because it makes the games faster and more kinetic, because you're killing people more often and whatnot. It's more fun to play. But holy fuck, is this a horrible launch. Like, you saw the queue times, right?
Yeah, it was just like...
Oh.
So long.
So long. And then, not only that, right now, Bastion isn't in the game because he's so broken. They were not ready to release this game in the slightest. It's having so many issues. My account was connected with my old account, yet I didn't have any of the shit that I should have had. When I look at it, like when I look at the app on my computer, it just says Overwatch. It doesn't even say Overwatch 2. My boyfriend got Overwatch 2 on the Switch, and he said when he opened up Overwatch 2, it said it went to like Overwatch 1 UI, and like the menu screen was Overwatch 1.
Oh my god.
Like, it's not a new game. It's an update. And it's an update that's removed a lot of the content. A lot of the maps are gone. Torbjorn's disabled in competitive play because he's also broken. Bastion isn't even in the game. I can't even go through his cosmetics and the hero select and like the hero screen. It's really bad. It's really embarrassing. Like it's so embarrassing. It's so bad.
That's crazy.
And the battle pass is fucking barren. Even if you pay for it, it's like nothing. It's garbage. It's like barely anything substantial for the money you pay.
Damn.
And the micros, they made like getting the in-game currency worse than loot boxes, which is impressive. They made a worse system than loot boxes.
Oh my fucking god.
It's so bad. Like it is one of the most embarrassingly run games I think I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I have it, and I play it because the gameplay is more fun now, but it's just everything around the actual gameplay updates is just awful.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's so embarrassing, and so like I'm playing it, but I'm gonna make fun of it like constantly, because I want it to get better, but I don't think it will, so I think eventually I'm gonna stop playing it once like the shit sets in, more. But regardless, yeah.
Yeah.
Just play Fortnite. I don't know.
I did play Fortnite recently. It's not bad. It's fine. It's not my cup of tea.
It looks fun.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, I don't like many battle royales in the first place. The only battle royale I like is Apex, and I'll talk about Apex in a second because I want to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But with Fortnite, it was like, first of all, it's ridiculous because you see those like screenshots and everyone's like, oh, this is one game. And then you see like fucking Rick from Rick and Morty, and then you say Goku, and you see Darth Vader, and you see like the freaking trans-mask looking ass cat that they added.
And then you have like fucking for me, since I play Destiny 2, seeing that Zavala and Ikora and the Exo Stranger were in fucking Fortnite was,
oh my god,
my brain exploded. It's just like seeing Zavala do the Kamehameha and then like do the yoinky splinky. It's just like the fucking worst shit ever.
Oh my god. Yeah,
But
so
again,
I think
can't run the Vanguard right now. I'm doing these fat dubs in Fortnite.
So I have it on my computer and I played it a little bit. I didn't play very much. I played like one round. And I went in. I sort of knew what I was doing, not completely. There were some things I still didn't understand. So I was just going to walk around, honestly. I just wanted to see the map. So I walked around for a bit. And then there was like an NPC that gave me shit. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll take that. And then I walked around a little more. And then I saw, I'm assuming that they're a kid because of the way that they're playing.
You can always tell.
Not to be rude to anyone. Everyone needs practice. That's all I'm going to say. Everyone needs practice.
Children are incompetent.
But I was shooting at this kid, and then he built a wall right in front of him, and then he hid behind it. And I took like 10 steps around the wall, and I killed him. And then I just moved on. And he was like, I had less health than him, too. And it's like, what? I'm sorry, but my man, I know I myself am a grown adult and I play a lot of FPS games. And sometimes I would like to say that I'm actually decent at Apex. Maybe not the best player ever, but I think I'm kind of okay at Apex. And then I just, you know, he didn't really try. He didn't try. Or he did try, but he didn't know what he was doing. It was kind of fun, though. Oh, and then I got killed by an NPC. It's funny.
That's silly nonsense, yeah.
Yeah. So
kids' brains are literally mush.
It's
like,
funny.
you can't blame them for being shit.
But oh my god, I'm sure there are actually like actual kids that could beat me at Fortnite. I'm sure of that.
Sure, yeah. There's like some kids who are just like somehow born with a godly power to just be really good at shit. It's called autism, but you know what I mean.
He can say that because he has autism.
Listen, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an exception because I'm good at none of the games that I play.
Oh my god.
But I can tell you way too much stuff about Bionicle.
For real. Low-key, I can too. No, so I was gonna say about Apex. I haven't played Apex in a while, and I heard like one of the recent updates kind of broke the game a little bit. I hope it wasn't. I hope it didn't break it.
Let me guess. They went to Apex Legends 2 and one of the characters was so unplayable that they had to disable them.
Oh
and,
my god!
Like, all of the staff was revealed to all be rapists.
Oh my god! No. It was like the new champion that they added was like, I don't know, his abilities weren't that different and he was overpowered or something.
Did he move games? Is this like a Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph?
No.
Where he like moves into a different game permanently?
No, it was if you remember that meme that was going around for a little bit, it was like a really close up picture of the black guy and he had the glasses on with the cyber glasses and it just looked kind of like meme worthy.
I don't know what the hell this is. While you're looking it up, this is my obligatory, please go play Outer Wilds.
That is a good game. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of it, and it's a good
Outer
game.
Wilds is probably one of the best gaming experiences ever.
Damn. Alright, maybe I'll...
And like, I've had my friends tell me before I played, they said Outer Wilds was the best game they had ever played, and normally if you want to recommend something, you just say it's really good.
Yeah.
Don't say it's the best thing ever, because then their expectations will be too high.
Yeah, I get that.
But I was constantly being told that it was one of the best games ever.
That's
cool. And it still blew me out of the fucking water. So I feel confident saying that Outer Wilds is one of the best gaming experiences ever. And yes, I don't mean that with any sarcasm or exaggeration. It is one of the best games I have ever played, one of the best pieces of art I've ever experienced. Play it.
I was watching, I think maybe it was Vinny from Vinesauce that was playing it, and I wasn't even watching that much of it, but like the little bits that I watched, I was like, oh my god, I need to buy this game.
Yeah, go in with as little as you know, possible. Like, go in without any spoilers.
I'm gonna add it to my Steam cart. I'll buy it whenever I have the money for it.
And the DLC. The DLC is also godly. The DLC is better than full games that I've played.
Damn. Alright, I'll get the DLC too. Anyway, so the last update apparently was broken, from what I heard. I don't know if they fixed it. Maybe they did. But Apex has been one of those games that pretty much every time I went back to it after a break, I wasn't disappointed with it. And I think that's because I think it's just the team, Respawn, it just kind of knows what they're doing. Because, of course, they were the people that did, like, Titanfall 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah, they did do that. Where's Titanfall 3?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would like a Titanfall 3. Titanfall 2 doesn't work.
Is also one of the best games ever. Please go play it.
Titanfall 2 doesn't work online anymore.
I don't do PvP. I'm more of a campaign guy.
I get that. I usually am too, but then when you play the campaign once, it's like you kind of know what's happening. That's me, at least.
I also play Overwatch, but that's the exception. And I'm also the most excited about the PvE shit. So
you're allowed to be a hypocrite. Yeah, we know you're a hypocrite. Don't worry. No.
At least I don't play Destiny Crucible. Ugh, rancid place.
Damn.
But waiting through a shit pile.
So the thing with the Respawn Entertainment, the people that do Apex, I could be wrong, but I haven't heard anything negative about the team. And also the fact that, like, they made characters that weren't supposed to be, like, things to jerk off to. They made characters that just seemed like, oh, they would be an interesting character. Like, of course some of them are hot still. But it was obvious that their intention wasn't to make them hot. It was just to make them a character.
I don't mind me a sexy ass character, but Overwatch does it way too much.
Yeah.
That's one of my issues with One Piece, is that, like, so many of the women are just kind of generic looking sexy girl with long leg and big boob. Yeah,
that would always bother me. And I think you probably saw Ash from Titanfall was actually in Apex.
Yeah, the woman who I literally smashed in my fucking hands in the campaign. I grabbed her and just fucking smushed her.
We'll just pretend it makes sense, okay?
Well, she's a robot, so I think she rebuilt herself or something.
Yeah, but she's really good in that game. I got her, and her abilities are pretty good.
She's like you know how, like, she has, like, the weird, creepy-looking human face?
Yeah, but
on Ash, it's supposed to be creepy-looking.
Yeah.
On Echo from Overwatch, it is just creepy-looking, and it's not intentional.
Yeah.
They're trying to make her look like a sex doll that you can fuck, but, like, she looks so creepy.
Yeah.
She's so unnerving, and it's not supposed to be creepy, so it's just like, what are you thinking? Echo's terrible. If you like Echo, kill yourself. Commit suicide right now.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I do despise your taste in characters, though.
Oh my god.
And you're not my friend.
You're not my friend. So Ash is in that game. She's really good in that game.
She looks
her abilities are good. The another thing I like about Apex is that, like, if you pick a character with, like, shit abilities, you could still win. Because if you're good at shooting, it's like, it's an FPS game, but there's more of a focus on the FPS part, not just the abilities. Like, there have been times where I've, like, played matches and ranked pretty well without even using any abilities.
Yeah, in Overwatch, if you pick Doomfist, you just get a fast pass to the defeat screen.
Oh my god.
Doomfist is so bad.
I have bring up Apex because I just saw them announcing a newer character.
Oh, cool. What are they?
Let me look it up real quick. All I saw is that they were trans.
Oh, good for them.
Which is cool. I'm glad. I don't think we need to shoehorn in diversity, but I'm glad when we have a character that is diverse in some way.
Excuse me, this is actually a Jewish woke plot to usurp the white race of America by putting immigrants in the country, and trans people are lizards or something.
And I think the voice actor for them is trans too. which is also cool. Shout out to that.
I shouldn't joke about that because there are people insane enough to actually believe it.
What?
The joke that I just did with like, excuse me, liberal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, let me get...
Excuse me, you're shoehorning in trans people into this video game? This is, very woke of you, Apex Legends.
Yeah. Okay, so Catalyst, at the time of recording, is the new character that they're putting in. They look pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Let me look them up.
Here, I'll send you a picture.
No, I'm looking it up on Google. Fuck you.
Oh, okay. Alright. They
Yo,
look like people that I know.
Yeah, this is just, white Kai.
Kind of.
Damn, goth as fuck. Get you a goth trans girl.
For real.
Goth trans girl GF for the win.
That's fair. Yeah, but they're cool.
I
They're
like her icky goosh venom shit she has.
Yeah, that's cool.
Venom.
Really good design. Yeah. So and I think we might have talked about this before in a Sketchicidal show, but with my thoughts in diversity, it's like I don't want industries to like shoehorn in a person of color just to say like, oh look, we got a black person here. No, I want you to just have a person of color in there, and you don't have to bring it up every fucking 5 seconds.
I don't really care either way. I've got no issue with it. I get like corporations are just gonna do it to do it, but like sometimes it's just like the artists want to do it, and that's fine with me.
And this is the thing is like I don't want it. The more of the thing I want is just for them to not make a big deal about it. So like Miles Morales, Black Spider-Man.
Slaps. I love.
I know he's an awesome character, and it has nothing to do with him being black. It's just that he's a cool character.
I was considering getting that weird Lego set of him where he's like a buildable guy and he looks kind of weird and janky.
Oh yeah, he was like a Jordan son. No, so like when I
listen, I don't mind if it's shoehorned in. Like I don't even really care. I just think it's kind of nice. Regardless, like
I do think it's nice to have
like
it
even
in
if
general.
it's done out of like corporate cynicism, like sure, okay. Some little black girl's gonna look at like the new Ariel and be like, oh, it's a princess like me, and like that's cool. I don't really care if it's like corporate stuff, but then you also see like people like mermaids are not black actually.
That's really funny because it's almost as if mermaids don't exist in the first place. We hit like an hour it has been an hour.
This has been really fun.
Yeah, so I propose that we continue this conversation in the next recording.
Sure, yeah. I can stop right now and export this bad boy.
All right, well, let's say goodbye first.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
just fucking your audio just cuts out and I'm just saying, all right, Mark and I say bye.
No, you make like a voice synthesizer. It's like, hello, I am Mark from the Sketchicidal Podcast. I say goodbye.
Thank you for listening to Sketchicidal. I am Mark. All right. Well, anyway,
the real Mark.
the real Mark.
Yeah. No, it's actually it's like FNAF Sister Location where I have like a robot inside of my skin. That's what's just happening.
Oh my god, that was a good laugh. All right. Well, anyway, thank you, listeners, for watching. We'll talk more about this character stuff in the next episode.
Characters are cool and fun, and I like them.
Yeah, I love just talking about characters. Fuck the plot. Just talk about the character.
I want to talk about Junker Queen's sexy abs.
We'll see you in the next episode, guys.
Bye.
Bye.